we're going to talk about Italy. Third song of the night, Italy. Participated 44 times. Big 14-year absence from 1997 when they spit the dummies out of the pram for not winning. Of course, Katrina and the Waves won that year. And they returned in 2011. They've won twice in 1964 and again in 1990. With Toto, I can never pronounce it. Andy, what's the second?
Cutugno.
Thank you very much. Knew you'd know. Yeah, so this year they are sending Mahmood with the song Soldi, which translates as money, but it's not about money as you'd think. It's actually a message around how money can change relationships, but material money, things that resemble money, have value. He was born in Milan in 1992. He's 26 years old. This is really interesting because it's not leading the betting, albeit Italy are sending someone who's actually now a superstar in Italy. It's topped the charts. His album's just come out. It's #1. And Italy normally do really well with the juries anyway, and also the televote. So I'm really interested to see what the panel have to say about this and whether Mahmood should be one to watch. I'm going to come to my co-host first. I'm going to come to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hello.
So, Mahmood.
Well, this is quite a powerful song. Do you know what? And I don't think the Eurovision community have necessarily caught up with this yet. Because I think the song has a lot of passion and power in it. I think Italy are now renowned for being a bit of a powerhouse for Eurovision, especially since their comeback in 2011 as well. And do you know what? I think sold really well. I think he's going to do incredibly well for Italy this year. Top 10, I reckon. Heard it here first. Top 10 for Mahmood for me.
Well, they normally do top 10.
Well, yeah, I know. But everyone has a year where they don't quite make it. Or if you're the UK, quite a few.
Quite a few, yeah.
You know.
Like never.
Oh, come on. 2002 was a long way off. In actual fact, 2009. There you go. But no, it's a good, solid song. Okay, not too keen on the rap bit that sits in there, but you know, I think that will go down okay amongst the public and not the old fuddy-duddies like me.
So I'm going to go to Ness next, so Ness, Mahmood. Is this something? Does Mahmood do it for you? Let's start with Mahmood himself. Is he someone that you could potentially have a poster on your wall of?
No. John's won my heart this year.
John Ludwig.
Yeah. Okay. So how do I feel about the song? I remember the very first time I watched it, and I was like, he just seemed really angry during performance. You know, like really pent up, and he was getting it all out. The song has grown on me. But I do admire him for actually writing a song, so it's autobiographical, that sort of tells everybody about the experiences he had with his 4 times married father and some of the things that he experienced. But is it appropriate for Eurovision for Italy, given some of their other entries, which are a bit more generic? I think the problem is some people might have struggled to identify with the song. But other than that, yeah, it's okay.
And I'm going to ask Andy. Andy, you're a massive San Remo fan. You watch it every year without fail. In fact, you watched the full 5 days prior to the final. Was this a surprise winner? I just want to add that we know you loved Loredana Berti and wanted her to win. So just taking that out of the equation, was this
taking that out of the equation? Yeah. I watched all 5 nights. The first night of the show, Mahmood was on last or second last, and he really struck me. It's not the sort of song that I would normally go for whatsoever, but I really liked it. But he was in relegation zone. During the course of the week, he slightly improved his score until the last night when he won, but he only won on the votes of the jury. He was about 3rd or 4th with the televoting. So that doesn't bode well for Eurovision. Although he will go in there as one of the favourites, and that always gives a momentum to a song. It will come across as completely different from all the other songs. He's a great performer. And who knows? It could be Italy this year. It just could be.
Well, I bring Gemma in. Gemma, what is your take on Italy this year? Are they a potential winner?
I love this song. This is one of my favorites. It's in my top 5. When I first listened to it, I didn't, I only listened to the Italian version. I didn't know what it meant. And it just stays in my head. I love it. I sing to it. I can't sing in Italian, but I do. So I think it'll work quite well. It'll just be that they're going to have to put something on stage to really bring the meaning across. Otherwise, it is going to be lost on people, I think, which is a little upsetting because it's a nice, well, not a nice story, but it's something different for the stage, I think. So I think it'll do quite well.
Thank you, Gemma. So, I think this, I'll be honest, I didn't like Italy last year. Wasn't my cup of tea at all. But I really, really like this, and something really current about it. I could see an Italy top 3 again this year. And that's what I'm going to say, because my top 5 changes every week.
It's very catchy, though.
It is very catchy, yeah.
You don't need to understand the lyric. Everybody can sing along to Soldi, Soldi. Exactly. There we go.
We're waiting. And the chat room are very positive.
I can never get the claps right, though.
I hope they get the whole audience in the stadium to do the clap.
I think we will, won't we?
Well, they will, because there's only about 300 people in the audience.
Are you one of them, Ness?
Absolutely not. I'm either at Tom's house or in Manchester. Still haven't decided yet.
I think it's going to be Manchester, Ness.
Okay,
come
I'm in
on, Ness,
Manchester.
Go for it.
Well, I will be one of the 300, clapping my hands. And so will Martin. And so will Gemma, I suspect, as well. There'll be a fair few of us. So how do we think Italy are going to do? I'm really curious to find out. Are we thinking top 5, top 10, or not very well at all? Andy?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Win. It'll win.
You think Italy will win?
No, not really, but I wish it would.
Gemma?
I think top 5. I think it's going to do very, very, very well.
Joe, what do you think?
Top 5.
Martin?
At the moment, I've got it at number 6, but I could easily see it go into top 5, and it could possibly win. Depends on everything else on the night, really.
Mitchell, what's your thoughts with Italy? Do you see them as a potential winner?
Yeah. Top 5.
Tom, you were going to cover the chat room. I saw you sort of jumping in there and you didn't get a chance. So what are the chat rooms saying?
I was going to say the chat room is basically saying that they think it's great. They said that Mahmood is a great composer and songwriter, but there was some concerns that Italy's staging might let it down, which I can kind of get on board with. But they do love the song. For me personally, where do I think it's going to come? 6th.
Thank you, Tom. Tristan?
Yeah, I'd say it'll come about 5th. So I mean, I'm not a massive fan of it, but I can appreciate its excellence, and I think it'll do very well indeed.
And finally, Ness.
Oh dear. I think it'll come 12th.
12th. Oh, the lowest one last. Where do I think it will come? I think this is going to be a contender. Top 5 for sure. And I'm going to hold fire on who I think might win Eurovision for another couple of weeks at least.